Faith child.
Please do not.
We are at where are we? The OVO Arena. I am with...
The incredible, the blessed, the humble faith child.
Humble. How do you show your humility?
How do I share it? Show it. Just by serving. I don't really care whether or not I'm front stage or behind the stage, as long as I can serve in any capacity. Hence why I'm here. I just love to serve in any way that I can.
And we're here to see Sinach. So what's your part in this? I saw you earlier, but can you tell everybody else who doesn't know?
Yeah, so today I am one of the compares, one of the hosts for tonight, and I have the privilege to guide and usher people seamlessly through the night.
Echoes across the continent, across every border, and that sound has joined us here in United Kingdom, and that is the sound of victory!
What is it that you love to draw out with an audience?
The joy of the Lord. I love the fact that I have the grace to get a dead crowd alive.
We are here at the prestigious OVO Arena, and we have some...
I look that I can bring them alive by the grace of God. It's a gift. You can study how to be a host or presenter, but it's a gift and a grace that you can't learn and you can't study, but it's just something that God gives. Have you ever seen someone and you're like, oh, you're just incredible. And you're like, how did they do it? It's a grace. And by the grace of God, I have that. So I'm just humbled to have the opportunity to do that and to make a quiet or dead room come alive.
So you've got some energy in there, which we love. I was listening to Emmanuel Smith before, and last week, energy.
It's the winning side that makes the most noise.
Now, right now, we are in Wembley, and next door is Wembley Stadium.
Wembley Stadium is across the road from us, and the winning team or the scoring team are always victorious and loud. And my hope is that regardless of how you've come, sometimes as a Christian, you don't feel victorious. The scriptures, and even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I feel able for you are with me. When you're in that valley, you don't feel like a victor. Despite God is with us, you don't feel like he's with you sometimes. So today I pray someone is encouraged, and whatever burdens that come, they can put on my dancing shoes, nowhere that I can lose.
I danced on this stage, so... The dance, it's in there, isn't it? It's in there. But I love the fact that you're saying, people can come with all kinds of burdens. So we see you presenting, doing all this energy, but you go through life. You're human, has those challenges. Can you share a little bit of that and how you manage to go through those?
Yeah, having a good community around me has been my saving grace, in which I didn't realize that I have my wife, I have my siblings, which are solid rock, but I then later on realized that I have a unique male friendship group. What I mean by that is we talk about everything. So whether it's I'm upset, or I don't have money, or I feel dissatisfied with where I am in my career, we have these conversations that we say, oh bro, I love you. We don't say, oh, love, or love you. No, brother, I love you, man. And I didn't realize that a lot of males don't have a support network of men they could be honest and vulnerable with. We had a moment where we're going out for an excursion, a lad's day out, and one of my friends said, oh, I can't come, money's low. We're like, what are you talking about, mate? If we got money, you got money, come on, man. And he came, and we covered the bill for everyone. Having a good network, is very important. And I think it's super important that people surround themselves with people and they speak up. You're not the first person to go through that, and you're not the only one going through it. A problem shared is a problem halved. So the more you're vocal about it to the right people, I'm gonna get into preacher mode for a second. Jesus had 12 disciples, but when it was time for crunch, it was Peter, James, and John. 3 people. Why? Because not all his disciples could handle the weight of his problems. He knew their strengths. So talking about friendship groups, don't go to Jack for that problem, because it might be Shaun who has the grace for that.
Shaun.
So whoever your Shaun is, look out for that. So to wrap it up, you're not alone, speak up, and there's wisdom in counsel. So yeah.
I love that. But what would you say to somebody who maybe doesn't know how to start or where to find their Shaun?
Prayer, So I'll say start with prayer ultimately, but God is going to use creation to answer his prayer. You ask for healing, he might use medicine or a doctor. That's God's creation. So how to do that? Look around you and just be like, hey, I'm going through this, can you help? Also the internet, Google counseling, therapy. In my culture, in my background, in my community, therapy is a bit of a taboo because therapy might be seen for mental people or whatever. I'm sure the stigma is in other cultures too. But now therapy and clinical help is very important. So if you don't have friends around you, go on the internet. There's YouTube videos. There's also like free help from the NHS that can help you. That could definitely be a great starting point for you. So if you don't have a church, you don't have someone you can talk to.
Watch this.
Yes, yeah. Then by all means, this would be a wonderful source for you to start to get help, comfort, solace. Yeah.
So we won't all be sending out your number for everyone to ring Faith Sheldon.
Please do not.
But what is next
Yeah.
for you? You know, obviously you've got a family, you've got all your life going on around it, and then you come out and present. You know, what goes on behind the scenes with you and what's next?
Awesome. I've got a documentary with a channel I can't say at the moment, but you'll figure it out soon, which is really, really cool. Coming out, I think, close of the year. I'm wrapping up the album. We're actually in mix mode now, so that's being mixed. And then I'm constantly touring. So I don't want to say I'll be touring, I'm constantly touring. So I'm in and out of the country in Europe and Africa and Asia sometimes, frequently. So that's what's next for me, man. But I want everyone to support this platform, plug into what they're doing because they are phenomenal. And remind me of the name of your book, please.
My book. Have a look. Make sure it hasn't got a name
So
in
this
it.
says Discern the Time. And I think, you know, can you hear the call to be positioned for purpose? I think every situation that happens in life is an opportunity for the gospel and for Christians to speak life into it with wisdom. It's not always a time to go guns blazing. Jesus didn't go guns blazing, only with the religious people who'll be like, brood of vipers, XYZ. But to the random person, he'll use parables. And he wouldn't really explain what he's talking about unless you said, good teacher, what does that mean? Then he will explain. And I think it's very important for Christians to be in the corridors of power and to use wisdom to know how to talk and how to influence change. Never go guns blazing, because Christ didn't go guns blazing unless it's with the religious people. But for those on the fringes and those on the margins, he used wisdom. So yes, that would be my advice. So get this book so you can discern the times and know how God can use you in 2024 and thereafter.
I love that. And I love there's some real pearls, such wisdom. So you need to go rewind, watch again.